Hi, my name is Jaden from Jaden's Automotive Journal, and today I am here at Land Rover Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona, and today I'm going to be doing a walk around on this all-new 2025 Land Rover Range Rover SE long wheelbase 7-seater. Starting up front, you have the dynamic Range Rover grille with the Land Rover logo on the bottom right and Range Rover spelled out across the hood. You also have these beautiful LED headlights with standard LED daytime running lights. Moving on from that, you have these beautiful 23-inch gloss black alloy wheels. 21-inch wheels will be standard on the Range Rover SE, but you can option on 23s if you prefer. Moving on from that, you have body-colored side mirrors that have features such as power folding, auto-dimming, and blind spot monitoring. My favorite part about this car is the exterior flush door handles that jut out when you unlock the car. And then when you lock the car, the doors will recede back in, which a lot of luxury cars are starting to implement. Now let's talk about exterior dimensions. Now, exterior dimensions will depend on which wheelbase you get. There are two wheelbases standard on the Range Rover, a regular wheelbase and a long wheelbase. The long wheelbase version of the Land Rover Range Rover will measure in at 207 inches long, 80.6 inches wide, and 73.6 inches tall. The regular wheelbase version will measure in with the same width and height, but with a shorter length of 199 inches. Now in the back of the Range Rover, you will find full LED taillights. You also have Range Rover spelled out across the back. Now let's talk about the interior features of the Land Rover Range Rover SE long wheelbase 7-seater. Inside you will find a power adjusting steering wheel, a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, a 13.1-inch touchscreen infotainment display. If I pull this back, you will find a USB port and some places to stick your phone. And if I pull this piece back, you will find two massive cup holders. So large you can fit two large drinks in each of these cup holders. And if you open up your center console, it actually functions as a cool box. So if you press this button right here, it will cool down whatever you may have in this area. Before I get into the rear seats of the Land Rover Range Rover SE long wheelbase 7-seater model, I want to show you something cool with the doors. If you fail to close the door all the way, watch what happens. That's right, the Land Rover Range Rover SE has soft closed doors, which is another feature that a lot of luxury cars are starting to implement. Now let's check out the second and third rows of the Land Rover Range Rover SE long wheelbase 7-seater model. Back here you will find rear seat controls with 3 position memory, rear vents, a USB port with a 12-volt power outlet, and a household style power outlet. Now I did mention earlier that the Land Rover Range Rover long wheelbase model has a standard third row, meaning that a longer wheelbase will make room for a third row. However, that third row is only available on the long wheelbase model. The regular wheelbase will just be a 2-row model. Now to access the third row, find this set of buttons on the pillar and push the button that has an arrow pointing down. Before we talk about features in the third row, I want to talk about space. In the long wheelbase model of the Land Rover Range Rover, you will find 35.8 inches of both head and leg room. And sitting back here, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Feature-wise, you will find third row vents, cup holders, and third row lights. Now let's talk about cargo space on the Land Rover Range Rover long wheelbase model. But before I talk about cargo space, I want to show you guys something. The Land Rover Range Rover's tailgate opens in 2 parts. Yes, you heard that right. 2 parts, which is a very uncommon feature. Now, cargo space in the Land Rover Range Rover will depend on which wheelbase you buy. The long wheelbase version will have 8.7 cubic feet of cargo space behind the third row, 43.1 cubic feet behind the second row, and 92.8 cubic feet as a maximum, which is slightly more spacious than the BMW X7. And what's even cooler is that you can use the bottom half of the tailgate as a bench. Now, there are 2 ways to close the Range Rover's tailgate. You can close both parts separately, or you could just close the top part, which will also close the bottom part. Now let's talk about the powertrain. Now, due to the white bow on today's example, I'm unable to open the hood. but I have inserted a picture of what you would normally find under the hood of a Land Rover Range Rover long wheelbase model. Under the hood is a 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder engine that makes 395 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque, which are really good power specs for a full-size luxury SUV. The turbocharged engine also allows for great fuel economy. The Land Rover Range Rover gets 19 miles per gallon of gas in the city, 24 miles per gallon on the highway, and 21 miles per gallon combined, making it more fuel efficient than the Mercedes-Benz GLS. In addition to having lots of great luxury features, great cargo specs, and great fuel economy specs, the Land Rover Range Rover ST long wheelbase 7-seater also has great safety technology, such as electronic traction control, dynamic stability control, roll stability control, a blind spot assist system with a 3D surround camera, and adaptive cruise control with steer assist. I want to thank Land Rover of Scottsdale at Scottsdale, Arizona for allowing me to come in and shoot my video today. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel with the bell notifications on if you haven't already, and share this video with your loved ones in case they are looking to buy any new or used Land Rover. And if you have any questions and you live in or nearby Scottsdale, feel free to stop by Land Rover of Scottsdale. Thank you!